former Banyana Banyana player Rose Jijana was the talk of town this weekend after she won the 42.2-kilometer race at the Vaal River City Marathon on Sunday. She joins now in studio with her entourage comprising of her coach Toma, Tsotetsi, as well as event director Sechaba Oliphant. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. I see you come bearing gifts. Let's start with you, the former Banyana player, now into ultra marathons. Such a big contrast between the two.
Thanks for having us, Nebu. Yes.
Tell me about the gift that you bring for us, the Rainwater Vaal River Marathon female winner. You won the race in good time yesterday.
Yes, it was not an easy race. Yeah, I'm still shocked and I'm still emotional. Yeah.
All right, Sechaba, while she catches her breath a little bit, tell us about the race, the Vaal River City Marathon, now in its 5th year. What was the idea behind it, and what have you seen in terms of the caliber of athletes that are coming in?
We conceptualized the event in 2016. The first implementation and the running of the event was in 2017. So we had some varying success through the years. 2017 we had 2,200 entries. Our best year being 2019, where we had 5,200 entries. Obviously we took a little break because of COVID.
Yeah.
Last year we had an event, not as many entries as we would like, but this year we're back up and running. We had about 4,000 entries this year. So the idea is obviously just to put Vaal on the road running athletics map. To showcase athletes just like Rose, and to show that obviously Vaal is a powerhouse to be reckoned with. But
most importantly, Coach Toma, come in there, because this is also a qualifier for the big races such as the Comrades Marathon, the first qualifier in fact for the year.
Yes, I don't think I'll allow her to go to Comrades now.
Oh no, yeah, it's still early.
It's still early for her. I'm still, I think, in a process of converting her totally from soccer to athletic, but she's not going for Comrades.
All right, tell us a little bit about that transition. Now, a lot of our viewers know you from wearing the green and gold Banyana Banyana, over 100 caps for South Africa, and you've been everywhere, from the USA, but way before what we're seeing now in terms of the structures of Banyana Banyana. How has the transition been? Because ultra marathons is a completely different. It's steady, patience, and it takes longer for you to get into the rim. While football is here, there, in and out.
Yeah, it was not a difficult transition because I started with running. And I remember those years I was running for Pick and Pay, and then they saw me, and then they said I must come and play with one of the ladies who stays in Bupilong. And she invited me to come and play with them. Yeah.
All right, that is Bona, a.k.a. that's what she's affectionately known as, taking part in winning the Rainwater Vaal River Marathon, City Marathon, that took place over the weekend with her entourage of coach and the technical director of the event, Sechaba, with us. In terms of the caliber of athletes we're seeing, former national champion Mapaseka Makhanya was there. You beat her in the race yesterday, but she is still trying to get into the form, 38 years old now. Tell me a little bit more about the caliber of athletes that you're seeing coming through and training and taking part in the marathon.
Yeah, we've got a lot of athletes, not just from the South African shores, but from overseas as well. Overseas, particularly in Kenya, our first race was actually won by a Kenyan. So we attract all sorts of runners from all over Africa, and we're really proud for them to obviously be able to come to our show, showcase the race, in their countries as well.
All right, and Coach Tsotetsi, before we wrap it up, just give us an insight into coaching someone of Rose's caliber. She was a professional athlete, so you're not starting from scratch, but now transforming her into an ultra-marathon runner, and what the objectives, the end goal, 5-year plan is.
Yeah, you know, I call her Ronald. She's compatible with this. Yes, she just approached me one day at the stadium. She said to me, that Tsotetsi, I want to start running. I was reluctant to assist her because I know that she's a soccer player. But I met her, that was 2011. We're still working together. She is now starting to win races now. It really took us a long time to be where she is now. She's starting to win male races now.
Bona, what is the end goal here? You've won the green and gold for South Africa on the playing field. You've represented your country at the 1998 Africa Women's Champs. What is the end goal now?
The end goal is 2 Oceans.
2 Oceans Marathon was, in fact, the qualifier for this race. So in terms of time, where do you stand?
I'm not sure about the time because I still have to work on that.
What was the time that you'd like to see her do come the 2 Oceans Marathon?
Yeah, I think if she can be in top 3, of which is a very, very hard work to be there, we still have to sit down and plan after this race and see how do we go forward together with her.
All right, Sechaba, take us through also the nitty-gritties of running in the Vaal. You've got different athletes coming through as this is their qualifier. But you mentioned in the 2 Oceans Marathon, we're taking into account climate, we're taking account into the different routes, adaptation to sea level when you're up here in the north versus when you're in the south. What goes into preparing the kind of route that some of these athletes would enjoy out there?
Taking into consideration that our race is the first qualifier, and we basically looked at it and plotted the route out to make sure that it is as flat as possible for the athletes to be able to comfortably qualify for the Com race and 2 Oceans. So that's essentially the feedback that we get from them, that it's a nice route, although...
Not a difficult race.
No, not too difficult. Yeah, not too difficult at all. We had a lot of people comfortably qualifying. To be honest, some people actually see it as a practice run, which is kind of weird, but we welcome anyone that basically comes through to the Vaal and runs the race and supports us. So, yeah, looking forward to next year, hoping to host more athletes. Like I said, this year we had just under 4,000 athletes taking part. So hopefully...
That's a big number.
Yeah, it is a big number. And we welcome it, obviously. It gives us a chance to grow. It gives us a chance to showcase the Vaal in the manner that we would like it from an athletics point of view. And, yeah, we can only grow from now on. And we like to thank each and every single person involved, not just the athletes, our sponsors. We had bus drivers on the route yesterday. And, yeah, everyone involved. They know who they are. If I didn't mention your name, just know that we really, really appreciate you.
All right. Bona, you also won the 21-kilometer of this same race. Yes. And this was last year. Now you've transitioned from 21 to the 42.2. Tell me about the differences now from having run the same race, same route, but a shorter distance versus now, and you're coming back with a medal.
Can have. And yesterday's conditions, the wind was not appealing. But, you know, when I was running, when I was at 25 kilometers, I started crying. Sure. I was emotional. And
what made you cry at 25 kilometer mark?
You know, I remembered my mom, my late mother.
Sure.
And I said, I'm taking this home. And that's when I never looked back. Because I knew that there's a gap behind me. And, you know, I thank God for giving the race organizers wisdom and courage, and also not forgetting the marshals on the road, you know. And they made it look to the race to look easier, you know. And yeah, I'm still happy, beating Mapasaka Makanya. And also, I would like to thank the company that I work for, Sportsman's Warehouse. They made sure that I have running shoes at the end of the day, and they also gave me time to go and prepare for the race and to rest a day before the race. And they always make sure that they pay for my race fees. And I would like to thank Mr. Sam Koza, Mr. Faiz Maritz, Mr. Simon, and also my colleagues for the support. And when it comes to the coach, I'm running out of words.
Yes, we've also run out of time. We've also run out of time. But those are our guests. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Congratulations with your win. Absolutely proud to see an athlete remaining a true athlete of the sport. From wearing Banyana Banyana jerseys 1998.